Today on Cougar House Garage, Justin breaks a screwdriver, I get a new respirator, and Scott talks about things.
Hey bros, today we're going to work on making some sheet metal inner fenders for the back of the Dune 4Runner where we kind of cut it out for 40, so we're going to get those taken care of because every time we drive it, it sounds like there's a werewolf sleeping in the back or something. It's pretty funny. And then Justin's going to come over too and hang out, I think. I've got a couple packages coming from you, FedEx. Maybe two, maybe just one. Hoping they both come. And then also I'm going to work on tearing down the Kingpin Dana 60 a little more, so that way it's just a bare axle and it's ready for fabrication. So stay tuned.
So basically, this saw needs to get trimmed down so that when we're tightening these or whatever, we don't hit that with a wrench, arc it. I may or may not do that all the time. And probably a quarter inch or so, so that's going to be a good bit of grinding. But it'll be nice when it's done. These little holes, I need to run through and straighten them out. Since I did them all separate in the drill press, just a tiny bit off, just enough to really irritate me. I was really hoping to clamp these together and then run a drill through them, except my drill was MIA at the time that we needed to drill the holes. And couldn't really do that in the drill press, unless we had a super long bit. So yeah, I'm going to straighten those out and get this thing finished up and then make a mount for it. Why is the truck in the air? I don't think it was in the air before. What'd I miss? Maybe it was. I guess it was because the diff was out. So yeah, I kind of forgot about this. Diff's up at Billy Bob's. Getting inspected, see if we can see where the hell it's leaking from. Because I genuinely don't know. But it's getting everywhere. Drive shaft. Things to hit your head on. Lots of things to hit your head on. It's so pretty. All right. Right, so these are getting centered a little better. This one's on here really tight. I can't get it off with my hands. That I just got to work on this a little bit more. But I dropped my nuts. I just found the 11mm 3/8 drive short socket. I've been looking for this for a long ass time. Woo! Anybody need parts for their full size? Like, got those, got more of those, got some mini Cobra towers, which would be fine. Yeah, I got two of those. Those are Chevy, I believe. Got more shackle stuff for these. Got these nice powder coated ones. Got those ones. Got freaking brakes over here, the giant one piston ones. Got all kinds of Chevy full-size stuff under there. If you need some, hit us up. Like, we're not going to use this for anything. Nobody asked you battery charger. To be completely honest, I was hoping it would pinch together perfectly like that with the battery in there. But, doesn't. It's about a half-inch gap, maybe 3/8. Which is, I mean, that's fine. It gets a good grip on the battery. It's not going anywhere. But it's sad. I shaved a little too much off. Sad panda. a different note, cars out here are multiplying. Apparently Justin's here. I don't know where. Haven't seen him. Apparently Alan's here. I did see him. Apparently he left his keys in his car in case I need to move it. Which I might just take it out for a joyride anyway. Not really, but I want to because it is crazy fast. Like, oh my god, fast. So much fun. That thing's fast too. Well, that's all-wheel drive and turbo. That's rear-wheel drive and not turbo. Alrighty. As you can see, probably, maybe, there's a little ledge right back here. Battery's gonna sit on there. Probably get panel bonded to that because if I weld it, it's gonna show on the outside. But it looks like that's about half an inch taller than this, so I might have to make a little half-inch up piece, but I gotta make sure it fits in there too, and I gotta try to get it just flush with the edge of that way I can make a piece for the inside without having to cut it out for the battery to stick through, and so it just looks nice, you know. But I don't really want to cut more of this out, because with more of that out, that panel there is going to want to kind of fall down unless it's resting right on top of the battery. I mean, it can rest on the battery, that's fine, but it'd be nice to have this little hook and just stay in there better and it just be better. So, we're gonna see what happens. I gotta cut it. If I gotta make that. Oh god, this is heavy. Why can't batteries be lighter?
Got a shipment in from Amazon. Got some new stuff we need desperately for the garage. Let's get it open. Justin hands me the dullest box cutter I have. Earplugs for Brandon. I'm sure he's going to be pretty excited about that. Here you go, buddy.
What? Just for me? You know what happened?
Brandon a brand new mask. I mean, he's had his for a year and a half now. Plastic rots. We've got a new 3M mask for him. Got ourselves a nice big 200 or 100 pack medium gloves for Brandon and Justin when they help, and smalls for me because I got these tiny hands. And I got myself a pair of fucking, my language, earmuffs, because I don't like to put shit in my ears, so I got these behind the head earmuffs here. Got Brandon a new set of vapor cartridges too for his mask, and the particle filters for, you know, grinding, welding, stuff like that. So there you go. Onward to making stuff this afternoon. Woo!
Clickety clack. Alright. You can see what I got going on here. Fits like a glove. It just doesn't want to stay up in there because, I mean, it's cardboard and there's gravity. That whole 9.81 meters per second squared thing really gets you. Because that's actually pretty freaking fast, even though gravity is a weak force. We are extremely weak, so we don't perceive it as weak. That and our planet is very large compared to us. So yeah, anyway, you get the idea. And gotta do a little bit in that corner there, just for this piece. Damn it. Get out of here. You can see I got little tabs mocked up on here too. All those will be bent up, then have panel bond on them. And it'll glue to the inside of that. Then I can tack all that stuff on and then seam seal it. And I'm gonna make this piece go right there too and fill that thing in. It's gonna stop right about there. Swoop. Yeah.
On top of making the sheet metal inner fenders for the Dune 4RUNNER, Brandon's kind of coming up with a lower plate here for our battery box to mount to. Let me show you guys. So down in here, there we need to make a piece that goes across to this side. We'll come across to this side, and then we'll level out because the floor is kind of unlevel right there. So when we make this plate to go in here, then we can have ears on each corner for the battery box to mount to, so it's not just welded in there, you know. You can take it out in the future if we need to change it out for a larger battery or put 2 more batteries in, because it's going to get a nice system back here with 2 Rockford Fosgate woofers. So there you go. Brandon's got this shape cut out and kind of bent. It looks really good. Check it out. It's going to kind of live in here like this. And then we'll have, you know, captive nuts on each corner of it, and that we'll bolt the battery box to. Look quiet, Brandon.
Huh?
All right, now that Brandon's done kind of getting that cardboard shape how he wants it using Brandon CAD, now he's going to transfer it to sheet metal, cut it out. Alright, so now that Brandon's got that cut out, he's going to mark out where he wants to put the little slits in it so we can break the front edge. So he's going to go ahead and do that. Now that Brandon's got all his edges ground smooth where he's satisfied with it, he's going to go ahead and break it.
Maybe. How about that?
Well, there we go, guys. Me and Brandon are pretty much buttoned up with all this stuff here. Check out this battery plate he made. So there you go. Let the camera, it's good in low light, give it a second. There we go. Nice, safe, secure mounting base. We'll have tabs come down to here to mount the front of the battery box, and one back here, because you know the inner fender's over here, so we can't really put one over there. But we'll see tomorrow. But we've got a nice, good, solid mounting plate started. And then as well, Brandon got his sheet metal inner fender built. Check it out. This will go in there to fill this space. Try not to make you guys sick. It'll fill in there. I'm pretty proud of it. I think he did a great job making it. I mean, it looks really good. He used his cardboard assisted design as usual, and it came out great. Yeah, so pretty productive day at Cougar House if you guys ask me. it's kind of a 50% day because he's got that inner fender made and the bottom part of the battery box made, and then tomorrow he'll do the other inner fender, and then we'll panel bond them in. We're not going to fully panel bond them in. We're going to just put a little dab here and there on them just to prevent it sounds like a werewolf sleeping in the back of the 4Runner noise, because we're going to put foil underground shock towers back there and coilovers, and that's a whole nother part of the project. So right now we're kind of getting the inner fenders in so we can enjoy it during the summer a little bit. But yeah, there you guys go. Another day at Cougar House Garage. Brandon started today by cutting out some cardboard and making some stencils for the rear inner fenders on the Dune 4Runner because we cut it out for the 40s. So he used his CAD, cardboard assisted design as usual, and got those all marked out, and then he transferred that over to some 20 gauge sheet metal and got that plasma cut out, and then got his shape kind of made and bent the edge up and cut all those little pieces so they could separate, and he can use those to panel bond. We're not going to fully panel bond these in. We're going to only kind of just put a dabble here and there because it sounds like a werewolf is sleeping in the back of the 4Runner anytime you drive it anywhere because they're just open wheel wells. So right now we're going to do that temporary, because in the future here we're going to use 4-wheel underground shock towers in the back, Cobra towers, and some Bradfield coilovers on the rear of the 4Runner, because you know I can't leave anything alone. It's just my problem. So in the future we'll be doing that, but we want to enjoy it a little bit this summer. So Brandon's got those made, and then he started making a little battery box base plate that he can weld in the back and that we can have some captive nuts on. And then we can bolt our battery box to that, you know, because we're going to powder coat it, and then we can bolt it in. And if we want to remove it in the future, maybe add another V3400 and then connect the two batteries with a bus bar, because I'm going to run a nice Rockford Fosgate system in the back with a couple of 12s, and I'll have a false floor with all the amplifiers in it and stuff. So that's kind of the plan for the back of the truck. So we just kind of started with getting the battery mounted back there to start. And then Justin came over as well, and he helped me work on the Dana 60 a little more. We got the driver's side spindle off of, or wheel hub off of it finally. It was torn up. The previous owner, the bearing blew up in there, so it tore up the spindle. So we're going to have to get a new spindle for that side. But we used the air chisel and we got it off there and pulled off the wheel hub and disconnected the spindle and brake dust cover and the brake caliper holder. Got that disconnected off both sides. We pulled out the axle shaft, so now it's just a bare axle besides the ring and pinion on the inside of it. So it's pretty much ready for us to start fabricating with. And we're going to be unveiling what that axle's for pretty soon here, so you guys won't have to wait much longer. We're pretty excited to unveil it. I mean, we're chomping at the bit here. So, and that's pretty good. I mean, we got a lot of things done today, if you guys ask me. It's kind of a 50% day because we got the one inner fender made for the passenger side. We still have to do the other side and then finish up this battery box mounting plate. But there you go. You can't rush things. When you want to have these nice details and make these things look nice like this, you can't rush. That's how projects become shitty garbage projects. You can't rush through these. You have to take your time. That's one piece of advice I could give you guys here. Hey, well, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for your constant support as usual. Like and subscribe to the new people. Smash that like button. And if you guys want to see more of Cougar House Garage, check us out at cougarhousegarage.com. Check us out at Facebook.com/Cougar House Garage. And then we are Cougar House Garage on Instagram. Follow us, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
Nailed it.